Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Chinese Cultural Center Museum and Archives. My name is Terry Hunter, and I'm the Executive Director of Vancouver Moving Theatre Company and the Artistic Producer of the Downtown Eastside Heart of the City Festival. Welcome to Rice Talk Stories. This is a special event for us at the Heart of the City Festival. We have such a wonderful team of writers of Canadian, of Chinese ancestry here in Vancouver and in Chinatown. And one of the mandates of the Heart of the City Festival is build connections between the various neighborhoods of the downtown east side, which for the purposes of the Heart of the City Festival, we define as from Clark all the way down to Victory Square, from the waterfront up to Terminal Avenue. So our festival embraces Chinatown, Main and Hastings, Gastown, Japantown, Strathcona, etc., etc. So this is really an exciting project for us to work with these wonderful writers and artists and have the special guest, Evelyn, here tonight with us to profile the great writers of Canadian ancestry that we have here in our neighborhood and in our city. And we started with the idea of sitting down with these guys. We sat down in restaurants, we sat over meals, we had great times talking and planning this event. So the whole idea came up of let's do an event about food where the writers talk about food and we serve food that has a connection to the stories that have been told. So I'm really looking forward to this because I'm hungry for both stories and food from these wonderful team of writers. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Bob Sung, who we've been working with over the years. Bob does some incredible walks around the neighborhood, and it's been a pleasure to work with Bob. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big warm welcome to Mr. Bob Sung.
Good evening, everybody. I got marble melt tonight, but welcome to Eat Rice Talk Story. My name is Bob Sung, and I'm very proud to be fourth generation Canadian Chinese descent. My family's been here both maternally and paternally in excess of 120 years. But over and above that, celebrate my Western roots and my Asian roots. And one of the things here is that it's wonderful that food is my medium. It always has been my medium. I've been brought up with food, trained as a chef, but I didn't really want to be a chef. I just wanted to be around food. And that's one of the reasons of being trained, but also having a certain pride about my heritage and culture. And so that's why I do a lot of walking tours around Chinatown. But that's enough about me. You'll be getting into me in just a short while. The format of what we're going to do here tonight is that we're going to be listening to some of the authors. They're going to have their stories, and they're going to have a corresponding little dish to correspond with with the stories that they tell. And it's going to be somewhat crisp in our presentation, and the question and answer period will be done after the completion of all the authors. Okay. So having said that, I think I will start off with me. Hello, my name is Bob Sung. Okay.
Hello, Bob.
Hello. Terry, how are you? I'm well. Great, thanks for asking. Now, about a few years ago, the Chinese Canadian Historical Society had a writing workshop called Food and Family. And Larry Wong and Stephen, were you part of that group too, Steve? Okay, well, sorry. Larry Wong and I, and anybody else? No, there's nobody else. Larry Wong and I were... El, were you part of that group? Okay. Larry, I can trust on you to kill my presentation. Evelyn was. Okay. Hi, Evelyn, thanks. Okay. So anyway, we had this writing workshop, Food and Family. And it was a great way because I'm a lazy student, I'm a lazy writer, I have to be suitably inspired. I can't think of any other way to be suitably inspired with this attention deficit type of character about learning how to write and write orderly or write impassionedly. So I took this writing workshop and it proved really wonderful to the point where there's about 30 of us. We wrote a book and it's called Eating Stories, a Chinese, Canadian, and Aboriginal potluck. And it's all different short stories about different instances in their lives and a corresponding recipe. So that's the basis. So tonight, after each story, we're going to have a little sampling of different foods, and then you're going to be suitably filled up. Thank God we came. We started this evening at 7:30 because we wanted to make sure that you came here in a full stomach. Okay, because we're not going to give you the whole banquet. Okay. So anyway, enough about that. So that's the housekeeping. So I'm going to start with my presentation.